Previously on Matt Reviews.
He shall review Batman and Robin, and then, when it is done, and his sanity is ashes, then he'll have my permission to die.
And now, this.
Matt? Matt? This is rather pathetic, you know. Yeah. But do I really have to review this movie? Only if you want to be one of the great reviewers of the internet. Alright. Let's get this over with.
5 minutes later.
Hey guys, Matt here, bringing you the latest in movie reviews, and today I'm taking a look at Batman and Robin. So, who's in this movie? If I can even call it that. Well, it's got Dr. Doug Ross, G. Cowan, the Terminator, Medusa, Cher Horowitz, and the Dodo from Alice in Wonderland. What's it about? Well, Batman and his sidekick Robin are back, with new gadgets, vehicles, and costumes. Oh, sweet Christmas, what are they wearing? I don't even have a joke for that. Moving on. And Batman and Robin must face a new villain, Mr. Freeze, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and instead of portraying the character as the interestingly complex, tragic villain he's portrayed as nowadays, he portrays him more as the classic, goofy, over-the-top villain who spouts constant, terrible ice puns. Which brings us to our next segment, the top 10 worst ice puns of Batman and Robin. Number 10.
The Iceman cometh.
Number 9.
Stay cool, bird boy.
Number 8.
Can you be cold, Batman?
Number 7.
You and us any needed cooler.
Number 6.
And the condition has left me cold. Do you please have mercy?
Number 5.
Alright, everyone. Chill.
Number 4.
Cool party.
Number 3.
Freeze in hell, Batman!
Number 2.
Let's get some ice.
And the number 1 worst ice pun of Batman and Robin is...
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
And speaking of Mr. Freeze, this brings me to one of the first problems I have with this movie. Batman and Robin are already en route to the crime scene when Commissioner Gordon calls them to inform them that the villain is Mr. Freeze, who can manipulate ice and cold. But when they're fighting Mr. Freeze's hockey stick-wielding ice-skating henchmen, don't ask, they seem to already have ice skates built into their costume. That means that Batman and Robin were so prepared that they had already built ice skates into their costumes just in case. What, were they planning on going figure skating later or something? I mean, I'm all for Batman being extremely prepared, like having his cowl and belt electrified in case anyone tries to take them off, or wearing a mask underneath his mask, but this is almost a parody of that idea. It's like they've regressed back to the Adam West Show's level of silliness. This is the bat-repellent shark spray all over again, guys!
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Schumacher.
How much have I missed? He's been ranting about the bat skates and the ice puns for a while now. Is he almost to the part with the... He's almost to the part with the... Ooh, I don't want to miss this! Get out of my chair! But Mr. Freeze isn't the only threat the dynamic duo has to worry about, as shy botanist Pamela Isley is transformed into the plant-controlling seductress Poison Ivy. And I use the term seductress loosely, because seductresses are supposed to be attractive, whereas this movie manages to make Uma Thurman look unattractive. Shame on you, Schumacher! Poison Ivy spends much of the movie pitting Batman and Robin against each other with mind-controlling pheromones, with one incident occurring at a supermodel auction where the two actually start bidding on her and Batman pulls out the Bat credit card. Oh dear Lord. And here we go. You know, I freak out about this incredibly stupid idea, but I feel like I'd be ripping off the Nostalgia Critic. So if you want to see a nerdy guy freak out about this idea, please visit his review of this movie. Now then. What? No explosion? No abandonment of sanity? Unacceptable! Oh, that's it. I'm calling him Plan D. So does that mean that we completely skipped plans A through C? No, the D stands for... never mind. And if all that wasn't enough, Alfred's niece Barbara arrives in Gotham City looking for adventure. I have a feeling this is going to turn out pretty much like Robin's origin from the last Batman movie. Let me guess how this will go. Adventurous youngster invited to live at Wayne Manor. Engages in risky endeavors around the city. Eventually discovers the secrets of the manor's owner. Decides to become a crime fighter of her own. Well, I'll give Schumacher credit. At least his Batman films plots are consistent. And if all that wasn't enough, Alfred is stricken with a life-threatening illness because this movie didn't already have enough subplots. And it turns out that the disease Alfred has is the exact same disease Mr. Freeze's frozen wife has. And Mr. Freeze just happens to carry around 2 vials of the cure around with him at all times. Oh boy, where do I start with how stupid this whole thing is? Number 1, this subplot is completely unnecessary and provides nothing to the plot. Number 2, oh thank God. I'm back! Hey, Dreamcaster, haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, sorry about that. I've been kind of busy haunting Gary Busey's night terrors for the past few months. Oh, understandable. So let me guess, this is all a dream, and none of this torture I've gone through reviewing this movie has actually happened, and I can just wake up and go back to my normal, sane life. Oh, heavens no! What? I just stopped by to say that you're not dreaming, and that you're probably going to go insane from reviewing this movie. But I thought you could only appear to people in our dreams. Who told you that? You hear that? That's the sound of your last sliver of hope leaving. Gotta go. Meet me. What? And here's your money. Thank you so much, Mr. Dreamcaster. Taking away that last hope that he could be dreaming will surely drive him further into insanity. My pleasure, Mr. Schumacher. And for the record, if it involved driving Matt Farah insane, I would have done it for free. Oh, well, in that case, give me my money back. Oop, gotta go. Meet me. What a nice man. So final verdict, this movie sucks! Not only does it completely contradict and reverse everything the original darker Batman movies were trying to do, but most of the plots don't even make any sense! To give them credit, George Clooney, Alicia Silverstone, and Uma Thurman weren't horrible in the roles given what they were working with, and Michael Gough is always great as Alfred no matter what the role, but Chris O'Donnell was still whiny and obnoxious as Robin, and Arnold was both laughably bad and cringeworthy at the same time. This movie single-handedly destroyed the Batman movie franchise until Christopher Nolan resurrected it with Batman Begins, and thank God he did. So to summarize, Batman and Robin is both a horrible Batman movie and a horrible movie in general. I did it. I reviewed this movie without going completely insane. I'm gonna be one of the great reviewers of the internet. Ha ha! No! Unacceptable! Schumacher? You were supposed to go insane for reviewing the movie. This is our plan. This is our method. Wasn't this our master plan, Matt?
Please don't associate me with this.
Well, I'm sorry, Schumacher, but it looks like you failed. Yet again. No! You will break from this movie, even if it's the last thing I do! Think about it, Matt. Think of all the horrible things in this movie that too much for one mind such as yours to bear! Go away, Schumacher. That won't break me. But I know it will! Bane is a mindless brute! No! That's not how he's portrayed in the comics! Gotham's bizarre architecture! Gah! Why would a museum have a jewel exhibit and a dinosaur exhibit in the same room? The bat nipples! Gah! Bat nipples! No! Bat nipples! Bat nipples! Bat nipples! No, Schumacher. I won't give in. I won't lose to you. Eh? And you want to know why? It's not because I have an indomitable will. It's not because I have a superior intellect. I won't go insane from this movie, because I know that if I don't, it'll really bother you. No! You lose, Joel. Accept it. No! I won't! No! Bye. No! Oh, we were so close! Victory was out our hands, and it all turned to crap, just like that! No!
So, what are we going to do now?
I'll tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to plan for next... Oh, who am I kidding? I'm gonna go cry in the corner.
I wonder if Cobra Commander is hiring.
Alright, Professor. I reviewed this movie. Does that mean I can be one of the great reviewers of the internet now? I just added your name to the honors waiting list. You are currently 938,411th place. What? 938,410th in place. But that's insane! Well, there's also reviewers on the internet. You're just gonna have to wait your turn. But by the time I get up there, I'll be long dead. Yes, that's the problem with you mortals, isn't it? Not patient enough to wait a few thousand years in line. Well, have to run. Ta-ta! Well, internet people, that's my opinion. Take it or leave it. I'm gonna go slam my head in the door repeatedly. See ya. was both laughably blad. That's not even a word, blad.